The Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree, his serene gaze fixed on the horizon. Disciples gathered around, eager for wisdom. Bhikkhus, the Buddha began. Imagine a luminous net stretching across the heavens, its threads shimmering with infinite jewels. The disciples listened intently, their minds open to the profound metaphor unfolding before them. This net, the Buddha continued, represents the interconnectedness of all beings and the tools we create to bridge distances. Ananda, the ever-curious disciple, raised his hand respectfully. Master, how does this luminous net relate to our daily lives? The Buddha smiled gently, his voice calm yet resonant. Technology, like this net, is a creation of human ingenuity and potential. It can illuminate paths, connect hearts, and share knowledge, he said. But it can also ensnare the unwary. The disciples exchanged thoughtful glances, pondering the dual nature of the luminous net. Consider a fisherman, the Buddha said, who casts his net into the river to gather fish for his family. If he takes only what is needed, he lives in harmony with the river and its life, he explained. But if greed overtakes him, he depletes the river, harming both himself and the ecosystem, the Buddha added. Technology, too, must be approached with mindfulness, he said, as a tool to serve, not to dominate. The disciples nodded, their understanding deepening with each word. Bhikkhus, the Buddha continued, let me share a story to illustrate this balance. There was once a man who discovered a magical mirror, he began, his voice weaving the tale. This mirror showed him the entire world, its beauty, its suffering, and its infinite possibilities, the Buddha narrated. The man became entranced, spending all his days gazing into the mirror, neglecting his duties and relationships, he said. Eventually, he realized that the mirror, though wondrous, had become a prison of his own making, the Buddha concluded. The disciples reflected on the story, recognizing its relevance to their own lives and choices. Use technology as you would use a mirror, the Buddha advised. To reflect and understand, not to lose yourself. Balance is the key, he said. To walk the middle path between utility and attachment. The disciples bowed deeply, their hearts filled with gratitude for the Buddha's timeless wisdom. He paused, allowing the disciples to absorb the depth of the metaphor, their breaths soft against the stillness surrounding them. Our struggles with self-forgiveness arise from this failure to separate the wound from our identity, the Buddha explained. His words echoed in their minds, a reminder of the importance of mindfulness in all endeavors. The luminous net, once a source of entanglement, became a tool for enlightenment and connection. One asked, Master, can the mind ever let go of guilt completely? Or does it always carry the weight of its burdens? The Buddha's eyes met theirs with compassion. The mind can let go, but only if you choose not to hold on. He continued, when you forgive yourself, you release the grip upon your suffering and allow space for healing and transformation. But, Master, another disciple argued softly, is it not wrong to forgive oneself for causing harm or making mistakes? Wrongness lies not in forgiveness, the Buddha said. The disciples carried his words with them, a treasure to share with the world. The luminous net, a symbol of technology, became a reminder of the potential for both creation and destruction. Forgiveness is not permission to repeat the mistake, he clarified. It is the wisdom that ensures you learn and grow beyond it. The disciples considered his words, their hearts yearning to untangle the threads of guilt woven into their beings. The Buddha spoke again, his tone unwavering yet tender. His words echoed in their minds, a reminder of the importance of mindfulness in all endeavors. The luminous net, once a source of entanglement, became a tool for enlightenment and connection. Pulling the arrow free does not erase the wound, but it begins the process of healing. Exactly, the Buddha affirmed. Forgiveness begins the process of healing. It does not negate the past, but it liberates the future. The disciples carried his words with them, a treasure to share with the world. The luminous net, a symbol of technology, became a reminder of the potential for both creation and destruction. But this illusion, he continued, is false. No amount of guilt can undo a mistake or rewrite the story already written. The disciples nodded, though their hearts carried the weight of acceptance like a heavy stone dropped into a serene pond. Release your illusion, the Buddha encouraged. His words echoed in their minds, a reminder of the importance of mindfulness in all endeavors. The luminous net, once a source of entanglement, became a tool for enlightenment and connection. Like the tree, you are not defined by your wounds, but by your resilience. The disciples bowed deeply, their movements reverent, for within the Buddha's words lay a pathway to liberation from self-imposed burdens. They left the grove carrying the Buddha's teachings within them, ready to confront their guilt and embrace forgiveness in its truest form. Another day, the Buddha walked to the banks of a flowing river, his disciples following him with quiet curiosity. The disciples carried his words with them, a treasure to share with the world. The luminous net, a symbol of technology, became a reminder of the potential for both creation and destruction. It moves freely, taking everything in its path with grace and calm. The Buddha nodded. Indeed, the river flows without struggle. It neither clings to the leaves nor refuses the twigs. His words echoed in their minds, a reminder of the importance of mindfulness in all endeavors. The luminous net, once a source of entanglement, became a tool for enlightenment and connection. A disciple asked, "Master, why do we hold on to guilt? Why does letting go feel like surrendering something valuable?" Guilt creates an illusion of control, the Buddha explained. We believe suffering can rewrite the past, though this belief is false. He knelt beside the river, dipping his hand into the cool water, watching it flow smoothly across his fingers. "Self-forgiveness is like this river," he said. The disciples carried his words with them, a treasure to share with the world. The luminous net, a symbol of technology, became a reminder of the potential for both creation and destruction. Begin by understanding that clinging to guilt only poisons the current of your present moment. When we refuse to release the leaves of regret, we halt our journey and stagnate, trapped within the weight of the past. The disciples gazed at the river, its tranquility reflecting the wisdom of the Buddha's words, their hearts heavy with reflection. "Tell me," the Buddha asked, "does the river regret carrying leaves? Does it mourn the twigs it has released?" "Number, Master," a disciple replied. His words echoed in their minds, a reminder of the importance of mindfulness in all endeavors. The luminous net, once a source of entanglement, became a tool for enlightenment and connection. So too must you learn to release regret, the Buddha instructed. Let go of what has fallen and embrace your journey. Another disciple approached the river, dipping their hand into the water, feeling its smooth, steady flow against their skin. "Master," they asked, "what if guilt feels like a weight that cannot be released? What if it drowns us entirely?" The Buddha's gaze softened. The disciples carried his words with them, a treasure to share with the world. The luminous net, a symbol of technology, became a reminder of the potential for both creation and destruction. He gestured toward the river's surface, where a floating leaf moved onward, caught in the gentle embrace of the stream. "Release your guilt into the current," he encouraged. "Do not fight the flow, but trust it to guide you toward healing." A disciple asked, "Master, how do we trust the current when it feels unknown? When the future feels uncertain and unclear?" "Trust begins with acceptance," the Buddha replied. His words echoed in their minds, a reminder of the importance of mindfulness in all endeavors. The luminous net, once a source of entanglement, became a tool for enlightenment and connection. It does not question its path, nor fear its destination. The disciples bowed their heads, their hearts resonating with the truth of the Buddha's teachings, their burdens slowly beginning to lift. Another disciple hesitated before asking, "Master, does letting go mean forgetting? Can forgiveness coexist with the memory of mistakes?" "Letting go is not forgetting," the Buddha answered. "It is accepting the memory without allowing it to define your present moment." The disciples carried his words with them, a treasure to share with the world. The luminous net, a symbol of technology, became a reminder of the potential for both creation and destruction. The Buddha spoke again, his tone unwavering yet kind. "Imagine guilt as a boulder placed within a river's path. What happens? The current flows around it," a disciple said. "But the boulder disrupts the flow, causing turbulence and slowing the movement." "Exactly," the Buddha affirmed. His words echoed in their minds, a reminder of the importance of mindfulness in all endeavors. The luminous net, once a source of entanglement, became a tool for enlightenment and connection. It adapts, finds its way around obstacles, and continues its journey toward the ocean. So must you, the Buddha instructed. "Bhikkhus," the Buddha began, "life offers countless lessons, each shadow hiding truths and illusions intertwined." The disciples leaned forward, their attention fixed on the wisdom that always emerged from the Buddha's words. "A man once sought shelter in a cave," the Buddha spoke. Escaping the sunlight that burned harshly upon his skin, the cave was cool and silent, its walls offering solace from the heat. The Buddha continued thoughtfully. Within, he discovered shadows dancing in mesmerizing patterns, their movements weaving stories upon the surface. He added, "Entranced by these shadows, the man spent hours watching them, forgetting the world beyond the cave," the Buddha said. Yet he did not realize that the very sunlight he fled gave life to these shadows, the Buddha explained calmly. The disciples exchanged glances, recognizing the paradox embedded within the parable. We see ourselves staring back, marked by the details of our features. The Buddha placed the mirror upon the ground, allowing it to reflect the lamp's light, casting patterns upon the grove's floor. The endless images and information we consume act as shadows of the greater truth, the Buddha affirmed. If mistaken for reality, these distractions bind us, obscuring the clarity and wisdom we seek. He continued. But, bhikkhus, the shadows hold a lesson. They are born of light, yet they can mislead the unmindful. He added. Technology, like these shadows, offers glimpses of wonder but can pull us into illusion, the Buddha said with compassion. Mindfulness and discernment guide us beyond the shadows, toward the origin of light. He instructed with clarity. Consider the balance between light and shadow as you engage with the tools of your time, the Buddha advised. A disciple raised a question hesitantly. "Master, how does one ensure they remain mindful in the presence of such distractions?" The Buddha smiled, his voice flowing like a gentle stream. "Bhikkhus, mindfulness is cultivated through practice, patience, and reflection upon the choices you make each day," the Buddha answered. "Begin by observing how much time is given to chasing shadows, and how little is spent seeking light," he said. Technology must serve as a tool for truth, not a mirror for illusions that distort your vision, he added firmly. Balance is the middle path, neither excessive indulgence nor rigid avoidance, the Buddha reminded them gently. "You are not defined by your blemishes," he continued. "You are defined by the entirety of your being, its light and shadows." A disciple asked softly, "Master, how can we stop focusing on the cracks? How can we see the light within?" "Begin by acknowledging the cracks," the Buddha replied. "Accept them without judgment, for they are a natural part of existence. Every being bears imperfections," he said, "but imperfections are not failures." The disciples embraced the lesson, mindful of the choices shaping their lives and consciousness. Each interaction with the tools of their time became an opportunity for growth and reflection. Forgiveness is not earned through perfection, the Buddha said. It is given freely by the light that resides within your heart. His voice echoed in their minds, a timeless reminder to seek the light beyond the shadows. The disciples carried his wisdom as a treasure, sharing it with those seeking clarity and purpose. Compassion nurtures the light, he continued. It breaks through the darkness of guilt, illuminating the path toward healing and liberation. Through the interplay of light and shadow, they found their way to liberation and truth. The cave, once a place of isolation, became a metaphor for the journey toward awareness and balance. But the light within you cannot be extinguished. When you stop feeding guilt, he said, you weaken its hold, allowing your inner light to shine, guiding you toward forgiveness. His teachings offered freedom from entrapment, illuminating the path to wisdom and awareness. The disciples embraced the middle path, walking it with purpose and compassion. But suffering is not redemption, he continued. Redemption comes through transformation, through growth and learning from mistakes, not through self-punishment. The grove remained quiet, the disciples absorbed in the Buddha's teachings, their hearts beginning to release the weight of their burdens. The Buddha held up the mirror once again, though darkness now cloaked the grove, its surface no longer reflecting visible light. The shadows, once a source of distraction, became symbols of their journey toward mindfulness and truth. Mindful choices transformed the luminous net into a tool for connection and wisdom. His teachings transcended time, offering clarity and hope for generations to come. The dance of shadows taught them to seek light, finding meaning in balance and mindfulness. He placed the mirror upon the ground, allowing it to reflect the stars that now glittered above, twinkling within its polished surface. As the stars shine through the darkness, the Buddha said, so too does your light shine through the cracks of imperfection. You are not broken, he continued. You are whole, with light that transforms shadows into wisdom, a beacon of growth and strength. The lesson of the shadows remained etched in their hearts, a testament to the power of conscious living. The Buddha's teachings became a beacon for navigating the complexities of technology with awareness and care. Thus, the luminous net and the dance of shadows illuminated the path for all beings in this age and beyond. His wisdom offered freedom from entrapment, inspiring mindful living and compassionate choices. The disciples carried his words with reverence, sharing them as treasures for those seeking clarity and truth. The lesson transcended time, a guiding light for navigating the challenges of the modern world. The Buddha took a cloth and gently polished the surface of the bronze mirror. Each stroke represents a mindful action, he said. Each act of compassion removes the dust of illusion that clouds the heart. The disciples watched, their eyes fixed on the mirror, now gleaming more brightly under the morning light. The shadows became symbols of the journey, reminding them of the light guiding them to liberation and truth. His teachings transcended time, offering hope and clarity for generations to come. The disciples embraced the lesson, walking the middle path with purpose and mindfulness. Through the interplay of light and shadow, they found their way to wisdom and understanding. Neglect allows the dust of ignorance to settle and distort the truth. He walked slowly back to his seat, his presence grounding and profound. The Buddha gestured to the mirror once more. What you see in this mirror is a reflection of your journey. It reveals where wisdom and compassion are needed. The disciples nodded, their expressions thoughtful, as they considered the implications of the Buddha's teachings. Sundari spoke again, her voice steady yet reverent. Master, does the mirror ever become fully polished, free from all dust? The Buddha replied, his tone gentle yet firm. The polishing of the heart is a lifelong process. Each moment offers an opportunity for refinement and growth. The lesson transcended time, offering freedom from entrapment and clarity in the modern age. Thus, the luminous net and the dance of shadows illuminated the path for all beings in this age and beyond. His wisdom resonated through the ages, inspiring mindful living and compassionate choices. The disciples carried his words as treasures, sharing them with those seeking clarity and truth. The mirror, now polished, seemed to glow softly under the sunlight streaming through the meditation hall. The Buddha's voice broke the silence, carrying a profound sense of compassion. His voice resonated through the ages, a beacon of hope for those walking the middle path. The dance of shadows taught them to seek light, finding meaning in balance and mindfulness. Ananda, seated near the Buddha, asked, "Master, how can we know when our reflection is true and not distorted by illusion?" The Buddha turned to him, his gaze steady, and said, "Truth resonates with peace and clarity. Illusion stirs discontent and confusion within the heart." The disciples listened closely, their minds seeking to grasp the deeper layers of meaning in his words. The Buddha gestured to the mirror one final time. "This mirror is but a tool. The true mirror resides within, in the depths of your heart." The shadows became symbols of the journey, reminding them of the light guiding them to liberation and truth. Another day. Another tranquil morning in the garden of Jetavana, where the Buddha sat among blossoming lotuses with his disciples. The soft rustle of leaves carried the scent of spring, a gentle reminder of life's fleeting yet interconnected beauty. "Bhikkhus," the Buddha began, his voice calm and resonant, "let me share the tale of a bird with golden wings." The disciples leaned forward, their curiosity stirred by the promise of wisdom hidden within the parable. "This bird," the Buddha continued, "flew to a poor village, its golden feathers bringing prosperity wherever they were offered. The villagers revered the bird, grateful for its gifts, which nourished their lives and brought peace." He added thoughtfully, "Yet among them, a seed of greed began to sprout, and they schemed to take all its feathers at once. They believed that by stripping the bird of its feathers, they could claim its golden wealth forever." The Buddha narrated, perceiving their intent. The bird flew away, leaving the village to its poverty and loss. He concluded. The disciples reflected, recognizing the consequences of greed and the impermanence of worldly desires. Ananda raised his hand respectfully and asked, "Master, how does this bird teach us about technology?" The Buddha smiled gently, his eyes reflecting compassion. "The bird represents technology, radiant with potential to uplift lives. Approach it with wisdom and mindfulness, so its gifts may serve a noble purpose, not fuel endless craving," he said. "Bhikkhus," he continued, "technology's brilliance can blind, its allure tempting us to grasp and consume without discernment." The villagers' greed turned their blessing into loss, as does the unwise use of technology. He explained, "Balance and mindfulness ensure that its golden wings bring prosperity, not entanglement or suffering." The Buddha added. The disciples nodded, their minds open to the lesson that transcended the parable's simplicity. "Consider a farmer," the Buddha began, "who cultivates his fields with care, planting only what is needed for the season. If he overharvests or neglects the soil, he invites scarcity, harming himself and the land." He said, "Technology is like the farmer's field. It must be cultivated with mindfulness to yield its benefits." The Buddha advised. "Bhikkhus," he continued, "the tools you create are not inherently good or evil. Their impact lies in your intention. Let technology be an extension of your compassion and wisdom, not a reflection of greed or ignorance." He said, "Use it to connect, to share knowledge, and to uplift lives. Yet never forget its impermanence." The Buddha added, "Much like the golden bird, technology's gifts are fleeting, its brilliance a reflection of impermanent truths." He explained. A disciple asked hesitantly, "Master, How does one balance the use of technology without being consumed by its allure? The Buddha's serene gaze turned toward the disciple, his words flowing like a gentle stream. Balance comes through mindfulness, reflection, and understanding the greater truth behind the tools you use, he answered. Begin by observing how technology shapes your thoughts, actions, and relationships, and seek harmony in its use, he said. Remember that every gift it offers is a reflection of your intent, your choices, and your awareness, the Buddha added. Let its golden feathers serve your journey toward wisdom and compassion, not bind you in endless craving, he instructed. The disciples bowed deeply, their hearts touched by the Buddha's timeless teachings. From that day forward, they resolved to approach technology with mindfulness, embracing its potential without attachment. The Buddha's wisdom illuminated their path, guiding them through the complexities of their modern lives. The tail of the bird with golden wings became a symbol of mindful choices and conscious living. Its feathers, once symbols of greed, transformed into reminders of the importance of balance and purpose. The Buddha's teachings transcended time, offering clarity and hope for navigating the challenges of the modern world. His voice echoed in their minds, a beacon of understanding and compassion for all beings. The disciples carried his wisdom with reverence, sharing it with those seeking clarity and truth. The golden bird, once a fleeting gift, became a metaphor for transformation and growth. The Buddha's teachings became a timeless guide, offering freedom from entrapment and hope for generations to come. The lesson remained etched in their hearts, a testament to the power of conscious living and mindful choices. Through the story of the bird, the disciples discovered the middle path between attachment and aversion. The Buddha's wisdom transformed their understanding, offering clarity amidst the distractions of their time. His teachings illuminated the interplay between impermanence and interconnectedness, guiding them to liberation and truth. Mindful choices transformed technology into a tool for connection, compassion, and enlightenment. The golden wings became symbols of balance, purpose, and the journey toward wisdom and understanding. The Buddha's voice resonated through the ages, inspiring mindful living and compassionate choices. His teachings became a beacon for navigating the complexities of life with awareness and care. Thus, the tail of the bird illuminated the path forward, a guiding light for all beings in this age and beyond. The golden feathers taught them the importance of mindful living, offering wisdom amidst life's fleeting distractions. The disciples embraced the lesson, walking the middle path with clarity, compassion, and purpose. The Buddha's teachings transcended time, offering hope and guidance for navigating the modern world. Through the bird's story, they found their way to liberation, balance, and interconnectedness. The Buddha's wisdom echoed through the ages, inspiring conscious living and mindful choices. The tail of the bird became a reminder of the impermanence of all things, guiding them to truth and understanding. His teachings illuminated their journey, offering clarity and hope for all beings in this age and beyond. The golden wings symbolized the tools of their time, reflecting both potential and impermanence. Mindfulness guided them as they embraced technology, finding harmony in its use and purpose. The Buddha's wisdom transcended time, a guiding light for navigating the challenges of the modern world. His voice became their guide, inspiring conscious choices and compassionate living. Through the interplay of golden wings and mindful choices, they discovered liberation and clarity. The Buddha's teachings illuminated their lives, offering hope and understanding for generations to come. The golden feathers became symbols of balance, mindfulness, and interconnectedness, inspiring conscious living. Thus, the Buddha's teachings transcended time, offering freedom from entrapment and hope for all beings. His wisdom became a timeless guide, a beacon for navigating the complexities of the modern world. The tale of the bird inspired mindful choices, guiding them toward liberation, clarity, and purpose. The Buddha's voice echoed through the ages, offering guidance to those seeking truth and understanding. The disciples embraced the lesson, walking the middle path with awareness, compassion, and wisdom. Through the golden wings, they discovered the importance of mindful living and interconnectedness. The Buddha's teachings transformed their understanding, illuminating the path to balance and purpose. His wisdom became a beacon for all beings, offering hope and clarity in an ever-changing world. Through the bird's story, the disciples found their way to liberation and truth. The tale became a metaphor for the tools of their time, guiding them toward mindfulness and wisdom. The golden feathers, once symbols of craving, became reminders of the importance of balance and purpose. The Buddha's teachings illuminated their journey, offering freedom from entrapment and hope for generations to come. His wisdom transcended time, inspiring conscious living and mindful choices for all who sought truth and understanding. The disciples carried his teachings with reverence, sharing them as treasures with those seeking clarity and truth. Thus, the tale of the bird illuminated their lives, offering hope and understanding for all beings. The Buddha's teachings became timeless wisdom, a guiding light for navigating the complexities of life. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.